Hey everyone, Meinke here from MLive.com, joined by Justin Rogers. Week 4, Lions at the Jets. The Lions haven't won in New York against the Jets since 2000. Who are you going with this week?
I love this matchup. I like the two defenses. I like how the Jets like to run against the Lions' great running game, ground game, and I like the fact that the Lions' passing attack is very strong against a front seven. It's a very compelling matchup. I'm going with the Lions on this one. I think it's a little bit unpredictable to have the team win on the road. Injury situations obviously still in flux. We don't know exactly what Tahir Whitehead's going to offer in the middle, where Tulloch was really strong against the run game, and Jets are going to run. They're going to run at you a lot. They're averaging about 30, 35 carries a game. So, but I like a low-scoring game, and I like the Lions to come out ahead, and it's mostly because I still think Geno Smith, as much as he's improved, is still good for one good mistake a game.
I agonized over this game. I agonized for a long time. As you know, I had to file my prediction to you, and I had waited until about the 13th hour to do so. But I'm going with the Lions after thinking about it quite a bit. I just see two great defenses. I see this as a slugfest. I don't think it would be particularly pretty, but I do trust the Lions offense more than I trust the Jets offense. And at the end of the day, that's what it came down to. I think Matthew Stafford is I think he's going to have a little bit of a bounce back maybe. I like, obviously Calvin's going to play, it looks like, after him practicing today. That helped tip it a little bit in the Lions' favor for me. And Geno Smith, I mean, he just threw multiple interceptions for the 8th time in his career last week. Jets are 1-7 in those games, and the Lions have been very good in the early going this year of generating takeaways, and I think that'll be a big edge for them in this game.
Calvin Johnson's a big factor too. He missed the first 2 days of practice, but he always seemed confident that he'd play in this game. I expect him to play, and the Jets secondary is slow and banged up. They're missing D. Milliner, who's their number 1 corner. They've got a big hitter and rookie, Kelvin Pryor, at safety, and I think that's probably the biggest concern is just keeping Calvin Johnson away from taking one of those big hits over the middle. But if he gets in space like he can on those quick slants, on those skinny posts, I think Calvin Johnson could have a really big day against the Jets.
I think Eric Ebron has a chance too. He's going to play a lot more with Joseph Fourier banged up and likely not to play in this game. And I do expect Eric Ebron to play more and to be targeted, and for the Lions to try to get him involved. Only 3 catches through 3 games. I think that'll be a priority.
We talked about the Lions' run defense. Well, the Jets' run defense is up to the task as well. They're also allowing just 2.8 yards per carry. This is probably not a game where the Lions get on track with the run. They're not going to abandon it, but mostly because that'll be a close game. But I expect them to supplement it. The Lions haven't run a lot of screen passes this year. In fact, half as many by percentage as they did last year. I think they're going to open that up a little bit more to take advantage of the Jets' really blitz-heavy overload defense that they like to run.
I think, Adrian Waddle has a chance to be back this week, too, and if he plays, that would be a huge boost to the run game. I don't expect it to go bananas because it hasn't been very good this year, and the Jets are very good against the run, but having Waddle back would be an extreme boost, I think, in that running game because it hasn't done very much at all, and the Lions like to run to that right side, and we've seen Stafford get knocked around pretty good the past couple weeks, and if Waddle is indeed back, I think that'd be I think it'd be a bigger plus than what most of us are giving credit for because he's been under so much duress, Stafford has, with Waddle out.
It's absolutely the key is to protect Stafford. He took 9 hits against the Packers. He's already been sacked 7 times and on pace for the most sacks in his career. A lot of that pressure has come from the right side, although every person you talk to in this organization will defend the way that Gary Reynolds and Cornelius Lucas has played. It's clearly a weakness. Waddle is not allowed a sack in his career. He averages less than a hit per game, so it's a boost the Lions really need for sure.
Score.
I got a low scoring. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this one, despite the Lions' explosive offense. I think the Jets keep that in check. I got it as 17-13 Detroit.
We all had it as a track meet last week against the Packers, and it was anything but a track meet. So, who knows what we know, but I do think it'll be low scoring as well. I have it down, I think, 20-16 Lions, and I think it'll be close. I think, that you just can't make a lot of mistakes in a game like this because points will be at a premium, and you have to take advantage of the opportunities when they're there.
Well, they've got a different kicker that should help them take advantage of those opportunities when they're there. That's an interesting thing to watch as well.
The Alex Henry era is upon us, and we'll be down there in New York for all the action. For Justin Rogers, I'm Meinke. We are MLive. Keep it right here.